Just, I know you weren't here for the full season, but what did you think about your experience with Salmon Bay? I know it's kind of tough. I mean, you played so well, to end the season.
Yeah.
And you had a great year, but, with the W League, it's such a tight playoff race. Just how happy are you with the experience that you had here in this shorter time?
Yeah, absolutely. Coming in when they've already started is definitely an interesting experience. But the team was super duper welcoming. All of the girls on the team are extremely good. It's a very, very competitive environment. So coming in midway, the level just was kept really, really high the entire season, the entire length of the time that I was here. Even more people were coming in as they finished off university, and every addition to the team was just a good addition and kept the level as high as we possibly could. So our trainings are harder than the matches, and that's super important when you want to come into a league like this. So I think that my experience with that has been really, really strong.
How wild was it for you to play this level of football just so close to where you went to high school? Was it a little trippy for you at all, or?
It was exciting.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really, really exciting. So I went to school in Vermont, and I would say in general, we had a pretty good fan base come out for our school games, but I never got to have family or family friends or kids that I grew up with come to my matches. And then I went and played abroad. So having a space where I know half the people in the fans, and there's kids that I coach here, and there's kids that I grew up with, and kids that I went to high school with at these games. That's a really, really special experience, and I think it also provides this extremely cool opportunity to inspire a lot of younger girls that are getting into soccer and starting to play and have these big aspirations, and they get to have those role models right where they live, from the age of 2. You have little kids coming out here who don't even understand what soccer is yet, but they get to see that, and what I would give to have that when I was a little kid would have been amazing. So I think that's my favorite part of it, is the fact that regardless of the fact that this is an incredible team with incredible players, we're doing a really, really big thing for the people around us.
Yes, so that's a great segue. I wanted to ask you, you've seen it a little bit, but soccer in this area has grown tremendously. Obviously the Reign is your top flight women's side. There's the USLW League, there's USL Super League in the state. Obviously in the men's side, Club World Cup's here, Men World Cup next year. Is it kind of cool for you, someone who, forgive me if I'm wrong, but grew up in this area, to see this scene of soccer grow generally, but also the women's soccer scene grow? Because as you mentioned, we've got young kids here. That's something I noticed immediately, is Ballard and Salmon Bay have done such a great job of building community.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not nothing wrong with just having a bunch of adults here, but again, the families, it's a big deal. You getting to talk to these young ones. I'll get her involved in a second. But is it cool to see that the soccer scene around here grow in that regard?
Yeah, it's really, really cool. I think it's the most impressive part to me is how well the kids are paying attention. You've got kids that are 10 that are coming up and saying, I like this move you do, I like this position you play, not just the forwards, not just the goal scorers, they say it to the defenders too. They're coming out and they love every player on the field, and I think that's really incredible. And like you said, we've gotten to see this grow in the last couple of years. When we were kids, this wasn't really a thing, and I think that is just I did sign your shirt. Yeah, I did. A few minutes ago. What was I saying? Oh, just
knowing moves.
Kids are just engaged.
Kids involved,
actively
engaged, paying attention.
It is really, really exciting seeing the area's attention to it grow, but also the engagement of the kids. These kids are going to be really good players someday for how much exposure and energy and attentiveness that they have to the game, whether it comes from their parents or just the fact that it's accessible.
Do you have any questions for Fiona? Was the rest of your team ever sassy to you?
Ever sassy to me? Sometimes people get sassy, whether it's on purpose or not, but that's part of working with other people, so maybe, but in general, emotions are high on the field, and sometimes people might come across sassy, but you have to know that person